Fans, it's time now to meet the starters for this evening's game.
With over 90 million buyers, a marketplace most online sellers start with, Etsy. And in the opposing corner, we have a new contender, built for freedom, profit, and long-term growth. The store platform that puts sellers in control, EverBee Store. This is the showdown of two platforms, EverBee Store versus Etsy. Two platforms, 5 rounds, 1 winner. Let's get into it. Let's start with what hits your wallet first. Fees. On Etsy, it's death by 1,000 cuts. You pay a 20-cent listing fee every time you want to list a product, even if it never sells. Then a 6.5% transaction fee on every sale. Then a 3% plus 25-cent payment processing fee in the US. Oh, and if you choose to use Etsy ads, that's extra as well, and often unpredictable. There are also off-site ad fees, which Etsy can charge you even if you didn't opt into ads, if you made over $10,000 in the past 12 months. With EverBee Store, you pay one flat monthly subscription fee. No listing fees, no transaction fees, no surprise charges when you make a sale. This means that as you grow, you keep more of what you earn. And that predictability is everything for serious sellers. So my verdict for round 1 is EverBee Store. You pay less as you grow, not more. One of Etsy's biggest draws is its built-in marketplace traffic. When you launch a shop, there are already millions of people browsing. But here's the flip side. You're not the only one trying to get seen. Your product might be great, but it's sitting next to 1,000 other listings that look almost identical. So if you don't master SEO, trends, or pricing strategies, your listing might get buried on page 17, never to be seen again. With EverBee Store, however, there is no marketplace to rely on, but that's actually the best part. You control your traffic. You bring in your own audience, you build your brand, and no algorithm buries your best sellers. Yes, it requires more effort to build traffic at first, but you're building an email list, pixel data, and a loyal customer base that belongs to you, not a platform. Every customer is an asset, not just a transaction. So this round is about mindset. Do you want to be a vendor on someone else's shelf, or do you want to own the store yourself? The verdict here is EverBee Store's taking the cake again, because while Etsy does give you traffic, EverBee Store gives you ownership, and that's where things get serious. Time for round 3. On Etsy, you are not allowed to collect customer emails without their explicit consent outside of the platform. That means no welcome sequences, no cart abandonment flows, no post-purchase follow-ups unless you manually send messages inside Etsy's system. And even then, you're restricted and hopeful that someone's even logged into the Etsy account. You don't own your customers. Etsy does. With EverBee Store, however, you can get EverBee email included in your monthly plan. That means you can automatically send abandoned cart emails to recover lost sales, order confirmation emails to build trust, shipment confirmation emails to reduce support requests, and full broadcast emails to promote your new launches, products, or content. The average e-commerce store makes $40 for every $1 they spend on email marketing. But Etsy sellers often can't even get started here because the platform isn't built to help you grow an email list. So the verdict for round 3, EverBee Store wins again. Email is one of the most profitable marketing channels for e-commerce store, and EverBee actually gives you all the tools to do it inside. Let's now move on to round 4, customization. How your shop actually looks. On Etsy, you get to upload a banner image, a logo, and your product thumbnails, but that's it. The fonts, buttons, layout, and checkout process, it's all pretty generic. You look like every other shop. Even if your product is amazing, your branding could be diluted because you're renting space on someone else's site. EverBee Store, on the other hand, gives you full customization. You choose your colors, your fonts, your layout, your branding voice. You can design a store that looks and feels like you, not like Etsy. So if you want to build a premium experience, done. If you want to match your social media brand, easy. If you want to create a funnel with a lead magnet, product bundles, and upsells, it's all possible. This is about control. And in a market where customer experience drives conversions, generic just doesn't cut it anymore, in my opinion. So the verdict here for round 4, EverBee Store dominates again. When you stand out, you sell more, and EverBee Store lets you do that. This one is a knockout round. Now we're moving on to round 5, things you can sell. On Etsy, you're limited to physical products, digital downloads, and print on demand. That's their business model. And if you try to sell services, lead magnets, or subscriptions, you're likely going to get removed or be lost in the shuffle. But in 2025, creators and sellers need more flexibility. EverBee Store does exactly that by letting you sell digital products, physical products, print-on-demand products, memberships, subscriptions, coaching calls, templates, freebies and lead magnets, and even services like social media audits, resume audits, even pet training. You can build tripwires, lead funnels, upsells, and subscription offers all in one place. You can qualify or disqualify buyers buyers with your messaging. You can grow multiple revenue streams from a single storefront without worrying about Etsy policies. This is where real businesses scale, not just by selling more, but by diversifying what they sell. The verdict for this round, yet again, is EverBee Store by a landslide. Etsy is a great place to start. It's how a lot of people dip their toes into e-commerce, but in my opinion, it's not the place to build a brand that lasts. So if you're ready to stop relying on marketplace algorithms, if you're ready to build a brand you actually control, and if you're ready to sell more than just products and actually grow a real business, then EverBee Store should be your next move. It's time to stop playing small and start building something that's truly yours, guys. If you want to watch a full step-by-step tutorial for how to start building your own EverBee Store today, I better see you in this video next.